Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We're choosing to rejoice. We're choosing to be glad in it. It's a wonderful Wednesday, PKJ.
What's going on, Pastor
What up,
Nate?
y'all? PKJ in the building with us. Y'all know he ain't no guest, so you know he up in here. PK, what's up, man?
Man, it's all good, man. It's good to be here. It's a great day to be alive.
Man, I miss hearing that. It's a great day to be alive. Come on, Doc.
Yes, sir. It is.
Helen Jones, second son.
Yes, sir.
Gad, you put that on the map, boy, when I used to listen to Helen Jones, second son. Man, good to see you, man. Happy.
Man, glad to be here.
Man, happy Wednesday to you. Everybody, come on up in here. The prophet is in the room today, and he's going to be sharing his heart today with us. The host is here. Pastor Nate, co-host, is on the way in. Y'all come on in, say good morning to everybody, and then y'all know what we do. We declare our day. It ain't changed, PKJ, and then we tag and share. That's how we do it, y'all. Let's do it real quick so that we could be released today to get into this session dealing with mastering our priorities. Come on up in here. All right. KJ, let me tag and share, man. You talk to the people, Doc. I'm finna.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, man.
Glad to be back in the room as always. It's a great day to be alive. Good morning. I see all your hellos. Thank you. Always love being here in the faith room. And I've really been enjoying this No Compromise series. I don't get a chance to comment as much because I'll be busy, but I've been enjoying it, man. Been enjoying it.
Man. And I'm excited about what you're gonna release today, man. We talk about priorities and purpose and destiny, man, and getting in alignment, bro. That's what you do, man. So we appreciate that so much. What's going on, everybody? Sheila Gray, Diane Miller. There's the co-host. What up?
What up?
All good.
Good morning.
Tony Richard, I ain't even got to text you and tag you no more, boy, because you in here on your own. Tony Richard, Atlanta, GA. I grew up with Tony.
Okay.
And I used to tag him every morning, Cherie, but now.
He's here on his own.
Every day.
On his own. On my own. Yeah, but anyway, Cherie, I've greeted everybody, and we're just doing what we do. We're declaring our day.
All right.
Getting ready to roll.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Everybody all right?
That's Auntie. Everybody all right?
What is that, William Robinson?
Come on.
All right?
Oh, Lord. I ain't seen him in a minute.
Why y'all looking sad?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on in, everybody. Good morning.
Pamela got it.
Pam Stewart. What's up, Valdez? Val, I need to see you Sunday, girl. Come on now, Valdez.
Won't he do it Wednesday?
Won't he do it? Yes, he will.
And Sunday's going to be a show up for church Sunday.
You can put your partners out there like that, just on Front Street.
So. And then I'm just jumping on.
Yes, jump on it, Cherie. Come on here. Tina Riley Johnson in the building.
Good morning, church.
Well, I'll see you, PK.
Minister Tina Riley.
Listen, they understand this assignment of tagging today, I see.
They see
that she'll be there, Pastor Nate.
What up, Valdez, girl? Cherie, again, Sunday, KJ, we were faith room deep at church, boy.
Was it?
Cherie, faith room deep Sunday.
Listen, faith room out here saving lives.
I hear you.
Chadrick Roseboro say, looking forward to it, PKJ.
Bless you,
there he is.
Y'all get your thesaurus, your Bible dictionaries, your Hebrew and Greek concordance.
Your what? Thesaurus? Catharsis? What'd you just say?
I'm doing like that, Cherie.
Thesaurus. What is it? Is it thesaurus?
Yes.
What? Thesaurus.
Catharsis?
Thesaurus. No, listen, as much as this girl butchers stuff, I don't put her on black. When she trip up I got a few.
I tend to correct myself.
Patrick Jones. I got a few on the girl now.
Let's see. Let's hear about it. Because
Tony Johnson, you laughing at me?
I don't correct. Unlike
Pastor Tony Johnson.
I'm gonna get Pastor Tony Johnson real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Tony Johnson, much as we've been praying for you. Come on, Tony.
Be laughing at that word you created.
Hey,
okay, be creative.
Toya Andrews, don't forget where you come from. Toya. All right, Tony going in on me, Doc. Hey, get your thesaurus. And Lay Reed said, y'all need to be over there on YouTube liking this. She tell them every week, Cherie, like.
That's right.
The video, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah. Richard Miller said, I thought he was naming a new dinosaur.
Correct. I said, what?
Y'all get up off of Nate.
The thesaurus at?
Oh, Jesus. I wonder though, y'all. Honestly,
Hey.
I'll never forget. I told y'all I was preaching one Sunday, and I said, we serve an impotent God.
And what?
I said it, Doc.
There's so much power and conviction.
I said it, Doc. And listen, you know how you flowing, man.
Now, did you catch yourself?
Catch it.
I was preaching to hundreds.
Did you catch yourself, or did somebody call you out,
man? But
You
you know
called it.
you're flowing like the Thoris. I was flowing.
Baby, go back and fix that. You
The
keep-
church
keep
was
it
like-
going.
I said, y'all ain't saying nothing.
We don't know what to say.
We ain't gonna say amen today. Kadra, what's your craziest preaching? Kadra, I want to know your favorite or your most memorable butcher moment in the pulpit, Doc. What you do, Doc?
Yes.
I got a couple of them.
Let me hear it, Reverend.
I remember one. I had to stop in the middle of preaching so I could go use the bathroom.
Like
No,
you left the stage.
I had to squall real quick, and while the keyboard was playing, I left and went to use the bathroom.
What? Wait a minute.
How did that?
Wait. What happened in that time? What was
I
going
said,
on?
y'all praise him. And I left.
Y'all praise him. I'll be right back.
Kadra.
Sing a song. Sing.
So you squall.
Got the people and then leave.
Yeah.
Got the people, press pause. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
All right, that's one, Doc. I'm waiting on number two. I ain't playing.
I don't know if you can beat it. Can you top that?
Let me see.
My Lord.
I don't think I can top that one.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Cherie, give me yours, sis. Most memorable butcher, oh my God, did that just happen moment. Publicly speaking, I think you gave a radio one.
I gave a, I mean, I don't know if something, I don't know if I said something, but I told you I knocked over the whole glass. They had a glass of orange juice or something.
That's right.
Wow.
And y'all get, so I don't need no glasses, don't do nothing, don't put nothing up there by me.
So you're like nothing on the pulpit when you preach.
No. I went somewhere. So you know how before you come, they ask you what you like
Yeah.
and what you want. So I like Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that before I go up. Because it just kind of helps,
Jolly Ranchers.
the saliva going and all that,
Mm.
Well, they had a bowl of Jolly Ranchers up there on the podium. I said, can y'all come get this?
You said what now?
Can y'all come get this?
Oh.
Because that all I need is for Jolly Ranchers. Because I preach with my hands. And I would have knocked that over, no doubt.
No,
But-
Katina, it was number one. It was number one. I didn't have
Katina,
one.
that's TMI, girl. Now stop.
You really want to know that, Katina? You really?
Katina really want to know that. Katina.
It was number one. You got to do number one, number two.
Okay, so tell me how you.
Hold on, Ted, you got to do it like this. You got to do number one, number two. Ain't nobody taking second load in here but me. Nope.
Um, KJ, what was the return? Tell me how you came back on the
The
stage.
return, when I came back, they were still praising him. And so I
Well, that
think
must
that's where
be
I
They
got
didn't
my-
even miss you. So
I
you
think that's where I
shout
got-
people.
we was in a real small storefront at the time. And so when I came back, they was still praising him. I picked up where I left off.
Some people don't even know you was gone, probably.
No, probably didn't.
Yeah, though. So
Caddy,
shout,
did you watch?
got
Caddy,
in
did
the
you,
bathroom, preachers, shout to people and leave and come right back.
Caddy, did you wash your hands?
I did.
Thank you, sir.
I did.
No, I ain't
I came,
preaching with
I
Jolly
came back with the paper towels in my hand, Nate.
Valdez tell me don't choke preaching off them Jolly Ranchers. I don't
You
preach
know
with
what?
my mouth.
That
That's why I
Jolly
sit
Rancher,
down.
that Jolly Rancher slide down that throat and get you, boy. That thing slippery.
That's the point. I mean, the point is not to choke, but the point is to, you know, so you won't dry out or whatever while you're preaching.
Now, listen, if you're in the faith room for the first time, this is what we do. If you say something crazy, they're going to get you. Now, I'm just telling you straight up.
Who preached with tissue on their shoe?
I did. I
Oh,
did
you-
come out one time with tissue on my shoe. It was at a funeral, and I don't know how it got there. I don't know how it got there. And who was that? Pastor Cecil Gibson had to tell me. You know, he say, Pastor, you got some tissue on your shoe.
I appreciate the ones that won't let you go.
Yeah.
Cherie won't let you go. I told you about the mother told me, you know, I'll clean that Sunday boy at the back door after I done preached. Baby, you got a man in your nose.
No, you ain't tell me that.
You say a man.
A man.
A booger.
We know what it is, but we didn't. Ain't never
Oh,
heard it.
Right.
She called him man.
But here's the problem,
We
Cherie. All the people, though,
Right.
that saw me before I got in the pool, you saw that man in my nose. So I want to say all of y'all trifling who let people go up looking like a fool and you
Stuff in
see
their nose, lipstick on your teeth,
Come on.
broccoli and spinach in your teeth. Don't do that to me.
Right.
y'all ain't right.
You see me.
You see me struggling.
Straighten up my crown.
That's
I let
it.
everybody know.
This is the big one for me. Hey man, you got some crust. You got some crust in your eye.
And you know what we call it matter. You got some
Matter,
matter.
boy. Woo!
You got
Hey,
some
y'all, come
matter
on
in your
in here.
eye.
We ain't doing nothing but being honest and real. Y'all got some stories too. Quit looking like that at us. But listen, if you're here for the first time, type in the number 1. Let us know what city you're watching from. And then we're going to get ready for the question of the day. Any first timers today? Let's come on in here. Let's make this thing happen today. It's going to be a great time today. Man, we had a great start yesterday to our conversation on priorities. PKJ in the building to help us push the conversation some more. So come on in. Stephanie say, I definitely have some stories. Yes, sir. We all do. Yes, people let you be looking not your best. And when not, they won't do it. You see
Don't
it.
tell
out
us,
there.
better not tell nobody else.
Right. That's what they'll do. Go, child, let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, come on in. Any first timers today, let us know what's up. That's it. Always. I got your back. Good morning, Ruby Barnes.
Good
Hey,
morning.
y'all. I talked with Jessica yesterday. She said folk are registering for the conference. Have you registered for the conference? Come on.
Let's-
May 25th through the 27th. It's on and popping. Go to our website, www.thefaithroom.com, and register. Early registration. Discount $125. Now listen, y'all.
I'm
The
drawing
early-
that.
Listen, February 6th, Cherie, is
It ain't
here.
that far. It's less than a month away.
Get the discount, family. Let's go now. And then after the 6th, February 7th, it begins through May 5th. Registration $150. All right. So y'all know how we do it. Here's what I do know: folks are registered, so we having a conference, y'all. Okay.
Correct.
Me and Cherie would have been there in that room by ourselves, and we would Cherie, I would have still went live. What up, y'all?
And will.
Come on.
We down here.
But y'all,
Well,
yeah,
y'all-
register everybody. Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. You know, because Vegas is proof, KJ, that God is on this faith room train, Doc. He
Yes,
on
sir.
it.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Get to Atlanta. What's up, Grace? All right. I don't see any first timers, y'all.
I didn't see any either.
So Cherie, I guess on you, sis, we could get ready to jam for the lamb.
Damn.
Put your coffee down. Everybody get up. Quit acting bougie. Get off the wall. We dancing.
Oh, jam. Jam. Teddy, jam for me.
Yeah. All right. Everybody stand up. Even Barbara said stand up.
Yo, Faith Room, what's mobbing, man? Faith Room, stand up. It's time for the question of the day. Faith Room, stand up.
Get up, y'all.
It's time for the question of the day. You here with Pastor Nathan and Pastor Sharia. They here to give you what you need to be real. This is the place with real people and real problems and real questions. Faith Room, stand up. Yeah, come on, y'all. It's time for the question of the day. Faith Room, stand up. It's time for the question of the day.
All right.
Yeah.
Question of the day. Would you rather get $1 million with only 1 hour to spend it, or would you rather get 100K with a whole week to spend it? Let's see.
Woo.
Yeah. I think I'm going to roll with that 100K. I think.
1
1
hour.
hour.
1 hour with $1 million,
Good gracious goodness.
but a week.
Do I get to pick where I am when I get the million in my hand?
I guess they want the million, 100K, million, 1 million, 100K, 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 million, 100K, million, 100K, million, 100K for a week, 100K, 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 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 100K, 1 million. 100K, 1 million, 100K, 1 million, 100K, 100K, 1 million, a million. It takes more than an hour to get a house. Million, million, a million, a million, a million, 100K, million, 100K,
Wow.
million, million, 100K, million. About half and half, y'all.
Yeah.
Million, 100K, a million, million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. 100K, 100K.
Wow.
And Jatori said, I'm gonna take the 100K for a week because there's not enough times to spend $1 million in an hour. Then somebody else said, 100K. I live in California. I might be stuck in traffic for 30 minutes. 1 million going to the bank. Spent. No, you can't save it. Spend it.
Gotta go, baby.
1 million. Y'all don't never play right. 100K, 100K.
Gotta let it go.
Yeah, we ain't nobody saving. Spend it.
You gotta let it go, baby.
I'm sharing in that hour.
Come up
100K.
off that.
Tina Riley said she gonna share with the 1 million. 100K. I can invest. And ROI will come over to me.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay. $1
$1
million
million
for an
She
hour.
can invest and she can get return on investment real quick.
Return on our return on investment. Okay, we slow.
Yes.
Flip that 1 million an hour and make it 2. 100K. Spending takes time. 100K. 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 1 million. 1 million. 1 million. 1 million. Invest and share. 100K. Okay. I think we
Attention voice said 1 million and good Wi-Fi. That's what I'm talking about.
come on. Now that's good.
Right.
Online.
So, Kadra, you find a scratch-off ticket walking into Walmart. It's a winner, Doc.
Uh-huh.
You see the lady, hold on, you see the lady in front of you drop it, but it's a winner, Doc. What would you do?
How do you know it's a winner, though?
No, he looks at it. He sees who drops it, looks at it. It's $100,000, KJ. Prophet, what would you do in that moment? You see who dropped it, Prophet.
I'm too scared the stuff gonna come back on me, so I'm gonna give it to her.
I'm too scared it's gonna be some
I'm gonna
camera.
say,
You're
"Damn."
on the camera. We want to see
Damn.
what you would do. You do all that preaching and you're a thief.
Right.
Well, y'all ain't finna get me.
Especially if it's here in Little Rock, because too many people know me.
Yes.
Asia said, repent.
They have me on Channel 7 News.
They be like, I
I
told
knew
you.
Local
somebody
pastor.
was gonna say it.
He called himself a prophet. Yeah. Nah, I'm good.
Our local story uncovered a lot of shady preachers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to know. Cherie turning it in, Cad turning it in.
Kim said, find us keepers. And
Maybe God meant for him to have it. Y'all gonna put it on.
I
Y'all
can't do
gonna
that,
put it
Tom.
on God.
yeah, hey, no, don't bring the Lord in this. God ain't nowhere in stillness.
I can't do that.
Those shows.
Seven on
There's
the-
one man on YouTube I watch when I'm just needing to laugh. It's the blind man prank. So the blind man got money, Cherie, and he walking up the street and he drops a suitcase and money come out. And folk be going behind that man taking his money.
See, that's what I'm scared. I'm gonna be on somebody's show.
Right.
Oh boy, he didn't steal it. Y'all are something else, Faith Room.
He saw that woman drop that.
Yeah, I wonder. Now, you know, he who findeth a ticket findeth a good thing.
Tony, really? And I'm saying
Oh,
favor
man.
from the Lord.
That boy is crazy, boy. Tony Richard, boy. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for laughter. I needed that today.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness. It's so much in the world, y'all, that we could be crying about. So
Yes, sir.
y'all find you some friends you can laugh with.
Yes,
And
sir.
they ain't gonna be all in their feelings because you mad. No, stop it. Now we're gonna live life, we're gonna laugh, and that's what we do here in the Faith Room. Oh man. Do that again, Cherie. Tracy said, do it again. You'll think, say it like you said it, Cherie.
I don't remember. You're
You-
doing all that preaching, ma'am, and you're a thief. You're not real in God.
Ah,
Liar.
Oh,
You're a
boy.
liar. You're going to burn in hellfire.
I think, you know what, y'all? I think, Cherie, that's something we're gonna do. We're gonna find some funny pranks and we're gonna play it in the Faith Room. Y'all like Ricky Smiley. We're gonna have some fun this year, y'all. We're gonna have some fun this year. Anyway, y'all, we're back for part 2 today. This week we're dealing with mastering our
Hold on, check.
priorities. All right. And so we're excited about this year's theme overall, PKJ, is no compromise. We're not going to lower our standards, KJ, to do those things that are not best for us. Everybody's standards are different, so everybody will be setting different boundaries in 2023. But the problem, I think, man, with us reaching our goals is that we lower the standard to appease people. I think that was the number one response, Cherie. Why do we compromise? We want to appease. We want to make people feel good. So we step out of who we are and what we want to do to make other people feel good.
Right.
And we have to stop that. All right. We talked about how some people do it because of issues, abandonment, rejection.
Mhm.
That was several things we listed, man. But this year, we just want to hold up and stay true to us. All right. And so we started this whole series with mastering our mind. Kadrick, the mind is so powerful.
Yes, sir.
We talked about renewing our mind. Then, of course, this week it's about priorities. Man, I want to just ask you, PKJ, as you deal with, helping people, pouring into people, you are a pusher of destiny and purpose. And I'm sure you've had to talk about priorities, man, and
Yes, sir.
and setting what are your thoughts on priorities, man? And let's just kind of get in the word a little bit today and talk about it. Y'all welcome back PKJ. He ain't no guest, but I'm gonna make my brother feel good. But I just had to do it. So go ahead, man. Help us out with this priorities process.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. And the one thing that I like to teach is that, our priorities, we can say what they are, but the scripture says where a man's treasure is, that's where his heart will be also. Luke 12:24,
Mhm.
right? And so we can say what our priorities are, but our investments, what we invest our time, our
Mhm.
energy, our resources, our money in,
Yeah.
that tells us where our priorities are. And so people can say what their priorities are all day, but where you're investing in, that's going to be where your priorities really are.
That's good.
And so we need to make sure that what we're doing, what we're spending, how we're spending our time, how we're exerting our energy, it needs to be congruent with what we say our priorities are.
Right.
Right.
So that's my take on it, is where you're investing.
Right. What are you seeing, Kadrick, as to why, as you deal with people in life, why are people not finishing, man? What are you seeing as the main reason people don't finish or accomplish their goal or reach their destiny, man? What are you seeing in the earth now as the main reason?
Because they're spending too much time doing the wrong thing.
Dang, that's good.
And when you waste too much time doing the wrong thing, you get burnout, you get tired, and you don't have enough energy to do what you were called to do, or
Correct.
born to do, or are gifted to do. Because you're doing stuff for other people all the time, you're wasting time doing stuff, or you're lazy.
Yeah.
Right? If you're lazy, the Bible says, he that dealeth with a slack hand shall be poor. And if you're lazy, you don't have enough resources to do what you need to do.
That's good, bro.
And God looks at you and say, I'm not investing in that. I'm not going to give you anything to do what you want to do when you're not taking what you have. You're not being faithful over the little that you have in order to do what I've called you to do, or gifted you to do, or what you have the capability of doing. And so people wasting time doing too much stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
That's good, man. There's a scripture that says, Cherie, redeem the time.
Yeah.
Because the days are evil.
Yeah.
Make proper use of it. Redeem the time. Make proper use. Make proper use of your time. And so that's real good.
I saw one of my friends posted something yesterday on one of her Insta stories, and it said, and she was talking about priorities, I believe, and she said God told her to start prioritizing what you've been assigned to do, and I will make sure that you do what you are allowed to do. In other words,
that's good.
Start focusing on what I
wow.
do, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to present opportunities for you to do the things that bring you joy. So stop putting all your energy on the stuff you're allowed to do, and start doing what you're assigned to do. And God will open up the door for you to do the things that bring you pleasure.
That's so good. I like it.
I think we got them crisscrossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man. So Kadrick, man, let's talk about, we talked last night, man, a little bit through text, man. That was a story you mentioned in the Bible, man. I think it was in Esther. And I want to release you, man, to kind of share your thoughts today. And any questions that you have, Faith Room, type them in. We're here to answer those. We'll be back tomorrow with another real life Bible narrative to help us drive the conversation. So PK, we rolling with you today, bro.
Yeah. So when I think about priorities, and you talked yesterday about purpose,
Yeah.
I think about Esther. And Esther, actually her birth name was Hadassah. Hadassah, which means myrtle tree, right? And so a myrtle tree didn't have much usage during the day. And so by some events, maybe it was because, her parents were taken into captivity, died in captivity in Babylon. But now this is post-captivity.
Right.
She's being raised by her cousin Mordecai. And Mordecai, whether it was Mordecai or somebody else, changed her name to Esther, which means star. And so now it shifts her destiny, it shifts her purpose, from being nothing to something, right? So you think about a star illuminates, a star guides, and a star, brings us to a place where we can see clearly.
Right.
Right?
Come on, sir.
And so it shines. And so she was destined to shine.
Yeah.
So in order for her to function in this purpose, she had to go through, because a lot of people ask, how do I know my purpose? She had to go through an entire year of purification, right?
Wow.
And when people come to me and they want to know what their purpose is, I tell them, you need to do two things. You need to find out, first of all, what does your name mean? And then number two, you need to get rid of everything that's attached to you, whether you attained it in childhood or you attained it through relationships. You need to get rid of everything, cleanse yourself of all that stuff so you can really see who you really are.
Come on, Doc.
Right? You can really see your identity, because sometimes we wrap up our identity in stuff, in what we do, in who we're related to, and who we're connected to, and what our jobs are. But none of that has anything to do with our identity. Our identity is who God says we are.
Come on,
right?
sir.
And so we have to make sure that we are in alignment with what God said about us. And so she ends up in the palace out of several, women in this particular kingdom. She ends up in the palace, and she ends up being the queen to Artaxerxes, right? Who was the world power at the time. And something happened where, one of the king's right-hand men, he wanted to take out the Jews. He wanted to totally obliterate them.
Yeah. And
there was one man who worked for the king, whose name was Mordecai, who was the one who raised Esther. And, he is on this right-hand man's bad side.
Come on.
And the king, the right-hand man convinces the king to eliminate the Jews. Or he had a plan to convince the king to eliminate the Jews. And so Mordecai sends word to Esther and says, hey, listen, we need you to go and talk to the king on our behalf, because you're a Jew. And Esther sends back word and she says, look, I can't go and talk to the king because he said that no one can come and talk to him and come and see him. If you come into his courts without him inviting you, you're going to die.
Come on.
So she had two things that were working, quote unquote, in her favor, right? Because she had pleasure. She was in the king's palace.
Right.
And she had a problem, right? Because she was a Jew. And so she sent word back to Mordecai. Mordecai said in Esther 4:14, he said, look, tell you like this. You can stay in your palatial surroundings all you want to. You can do that. He said, but there's going to be a champion that's going to rise from somewhere. But you and your family, y'all going to be taken out because people are going to find out that you're a Jew. Right? He said, but who knows if you have not been brought to the palace for such a time as this. Basically, Mordecai said, look, first of all, I raised you, little girl. And so I'm trying to give you understanding of what you need to do at this time. And if you don't do it, you're going to suffer from it. And
Wow.
who knows that this could be the very purpose for why you were raised up.
Talk,
And so
sir.
now he reminds her of her purpose.
Mhm.
And she has to now prioritize her purpose above both her pleasure and above her problems. She has to prioritize her purpose above her problems. Now, how does
Wow,
she?
I like that.
And many times we have problems and we have issues that are going on in our lives, and we tend to want to just quit and give up.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it already at the beginning of this year. We're just 2 weeks, 3 weeks into 2023,
Oh,
and people have problems that are arising, and they've already stopped going to the gym.
Wow.
They stopped doing their morning devotion. They've stopped praying like they said they were going to do. They stopped going to church simply because their problems have rose up. And so we need to make sure that we prioritize our purpose above our problems, because our purpose is where we're going to get the most satisfaction out of life.
Yeah.
come on, man.
And too many people quit too soon.
Come on,
You
sir.
quit. The scripture says that if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small.
Yeah.
Right? And so we need to make sure we prioritize our purpose above our problems, whether our problems are joblessness, sickness, breakups. We got to prioritize our purpose above it,
Mhm.
because our purpose, God is, watch this. Here's something that we need to understand. God is not obligated to bless anything other than what he's called us to do.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. Now that's
He's
good.
not obligated to bless anything other than what he's called us to do.
Mhm.
And we can spend time doing this, and this, and not doing what we've been purposed to do, that we miss out on everything. We
Yeah.
miss out on the blessings of God, right? So how does she prioritize her purpose above her problem? First of all, she got mentorship from Mordecai.
Mhm.
She got mentorship from Mordecai. Mentorship is what helps to build us. And many people are trying to do this thing alone. We need to really be connected to people who either has done it before, whether it's in our industry or
Mhm.
not, or people who have the knowledge to get it done.
Right.
And we need to make sure we connect to people who can mentor us. Mentorship helps to build us. It
Come
helps
on,
to
Doc.
sharpen us. It helps to bring us to the place to where we are developed.
Yeah.
And people try to do things, and they think that just because they've been called to do it, that they're an expert in it.
Come on.
Seen it too many
Just
times.
because you are called to do it, and just because you got applause one time for doing
Come
it,
on.
doesn't mean that you're an expert in it.
Talk, KJ.
You know, I watch young preachers a lot of times, they preach their first sermon, or they get a chance to do, a 10, 20-minute exhortation, and they feel like just because the church shouted, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to start my church. Man,
Everybody
you
shout
sit
on your
down
first
somewhere.
sermon. You be nice to on your first
Take a
sermon.
beat, take some time, right? Because there are going to be some times where you're going to get up and you're going to die in the pulpit,
Help to
right?
them.
And you're not going to come through it. And so we need to have mentors who can help develop us, who can
Right.
help build us. I'll never forget, man, one time after I preached at St. Mark, Pastor Rawls was waiting out in the foyer, and I asked him, okay, how did it go? And he gave me the real raw truth. And he said, you didn't dissect that one right, bro. And so I had to take that, and I learned from that.
Yeah.
Right? So we need mentors. And then because mentors help to build us.
Now,
And
Kat, let me
then-
ask you this. Let me ask
Go
you this.
ahead.
Let's take this mentorship now.
Go ahead.
Because mentorship is two it works in two ways, right?
Yes.
Mentees have to want to be mentored.
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
This sounds good, but if a couple things I'll say, if you think you know everything
It's not gonna work.
and can't nobody tell you nothing, and you always got something to say back. Y'all remember how we grew up being mentored? We shut our mouth, we listen,
What do you have to say?
nothing, because you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't even need to talk.
Yeah. So I want to just make sure we understand mentorship works both ways. It's not just the person mentoring, but the person, the mentee, the person who's received, that there has to be.
A willingness.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
good, Nate, because if you have an excuse for every critique that your mentor gives you, you're not ready to be mentored.
Not ready.
Because the only thing you want is somebody to support your lack of development,
Wow.
right?
Absolutely.
And so you have to be willing to be mentored, right? So that's good.
I don't know if you want to answer questions now or later. Because
Let
I
Since we're on the mentor piece, can we just go on and stay here, Kat?
Yeah, let's go ahead and ask it.
And if you got to come back to do a part two, we will. Here it is. What's the best way for mentees to find solid mentors?
Okay. And here's the thing that I've learned is that sometimes mentors don't necessarily have to be people that you meet in person. Sometimes you can be mentored through people's writings
correct.
and their teachings, right? And because there's one man of God that I listened to, and I had to learn, okay, if I want to get to this particular level and function with the character, with the integrity, with the power that he functions in, I need to listen to what he's saying. Because a person who is consistent and doing it, I spend time, and that's all. He's the only person I listen to right now. When it comes to preaching and teaching, he's the only person I listen to, right? And so when I'm just doing it, and in my devotional times, I'm reading his books. I'm trying to read to find out if what he's saying in the pulpit is the same thing he's saying in the books, right? And then I'm observing his life, right? And so you can be mentored by people, not directly, but you can be mentored indirectly. But if you really want to find a mentor, find people who are doing what you want to do or doing things at the level you want to do them, right. And then show up and serve them.
Right. That's good.
That's good.
Show up and serve them, not expecting any type of return, not expecting any type of payment. Show up and serve them for free, because what you get from them on the side cannot be valued.
Come on, Doc. Come on.
Right?
So good.
Because some of the things that you get from a mentor, a lot of it is not taught, a lot of it is caught, because you get to watch them. Paul tells Timothy, remember what you heard and seen in me, and you do those things, right? And so that's a good way to find a mentor, either somebody who's operating at the level that you want to operate in, whether it's in your industry or in your field or not, or somebody who has done it in your field, and somebody who you can talk to and you can say, hey, because you'll find, because some people think that, well, if I go to them, they're going to be threatened by me. Ain't nobody being threatened by you, not if they made it. You'll find that people who are very successful, they are very unselfish people.
Yeah.
And they're looking for people to pour into, because success can sometimes be a lonely place. And if you don't have people to pour into, then it makes it hard for you. And they're looking for people to pour into. So just go to them and ask them. Send an email.
Yeah. And I like that. What happened? What's happening, y'all, with, and I'm going to the church a little bit here, and it works in the marketplace too. You know, I think younger generations have kind of moved from falling under the mothers of the church and the seasoned men of the church. You know, there's a biblical responsibility. The older teach the young, you know, and we think now that people who are older, they're outdated. They can't what they got. But that wisdom, y'all,
Okay, listen.
is invaluable. Kathy.
Listen.
And I think growing up, I hung around Mr. Braswell. My mom used to be like, why are you over there talking to that old man? As a young boy, I always been around older people. And guess what you hear growing up? You have an old soul.
Yeah.
You know, I thank God for my personality, you know, me being able to be me, but I loved being around older people. It's just something about being around somebody who's been there, man, who's got the battle scars to prove it. And I'm not just saying all of them are old, but I just want to say, find some older people to just say, hey, will you walk with me? Will you help me through this or that? What do y'all think about that? Because we think now, you know, they 70.
Like that, what they talking about is outdated. But baby, truth don't change.
Truth, say it again, Cherie.
Come on.
Truth don't change. It extends the ages. It transcends generations. The truth does not change.
It does not.
We look for what's trendy.
Come on.
I used to get calls when I was at House of Hope. People call, hey, can Dr. Smith be my mentor? I mean, like, we look for who's hot.
Right.
Y'all see what I'm saying? But you gotta pray. Is this person assigned to me?
Yes. Yeah.
That's why when I have some people come to me, you're gonna have to answer a series of questions. Well, number one, because I'm a very busy person, I don't have a lot of time to waste, so to speak. So I need to know, what is it that you know, what are you needing from me? What are you expecting from me? What are you willing to do? You know, because I don't have time to, like, I'm not going to be we're not hanging out. We not, you know, because some people, I've had people come and they just thought that was a way to get into my circle,
right?
That we're going to hang out and, you know, no, ma'am. No, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
So if you're not clear on what you want, then, you know, probably go back and pray until the Lord brings clarity and to see if I am the right fit for you.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's good.
KJ, keep pushing, man. Like I said, we'll have to stop in a little bit. We may have to come back, but go ahead, bro.
Wait, can I add one thing? When you were talking about being mentored from a distance, there was one thing our pastor has shared with our even like your associate ministers to preachers. If you admire a preacher and that's the person you study, watch this, take it a step further. Don't just study them and their writings. Study who they study.
Yes.
Read, find out if they write a book, see who's whose stuff they're citing, and go read their stuff. Yeah. So that way you're getting kind of in their thought process and in their mind, so to speak. So you can study people also by studying who they study.
That's so good.
That's good.
That's good.
That's real.
They'll tell you who they're studying. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know, and just to continue in this mentorship thing, you know, and you mentioned Pastor Nate, about the older people, the more seasoned people.
Seasoned, yeah.
You know, there's a scripture I ran across, you know, at least 7 or 8 years ago. It says, "Counsel in the heart of a man is like a deep well, but a man of understanding knows how to draw it out." So people sometimes are not just going to give you stuff just to give it to you. Sometimes you have to be able to spend time with them.
Yeah.
You know, that was he's old. He's not real old, but he's an older gentleman that I've admired from a distance for a while. And he reached out to me and asked, you know, me to help him with some of the technology, you know, for going live and everything. Mm-hmm. And so I willingly did it, and I did it for free. But while I had him at the table, man, I asked him about being a father. I asked him about being a husband. I asked him about being a pastor. I asked him all kinds of questions. And man, we stayed there. We talked for about 45 minutes to an hour after I finished showing him everything I need to show him, because sometimes you have to look at people and look at what they've accomplished. Right. And really take that to heart. And like Cherie said, truth don't change.
No, it doesn't.
And so,
That's it.
so Esther, she prioritized mentorship,
good.
and we need to prioritize and make that a priority of being mentored, whether it's indirectly or directly. And then she prioritized partnership. When she got the word from Mordecai and he reminded her of her purpose, then she had to partner with the people around her, the women in her circle, and she said, let's fast
Right.
and pray. And so they fasted and they prayed so that she can get an answer and she could build up her courage to do what she needed to do. And partnership helps to sustain us.
Yes.
That's good.
In Ecclesiastes, it says, if one falls and you have two, you have somebody else to help hold you up.
Mhm.
The Bible says that the strong bear the infirmities of the weak. And there are times where we can't do everything. We need people alongside of us to
Yeah.
do what we don't know how to do. And if there's one thing I've learned over this past year, I'm good at a lot of things. And I've learned that just because you're good at a lot of things doesn't mean you need to do everything you know how to do.
Come on, man. That's
You need
good.
to
Right.
pour into people.
That's a
who
good
can help
point,
you
man.
do it, or you need to find somebody who can do it better than you,
That's
Yes.
a good
and
point.
you partner with them, because that's going to help sustain you, because partnership helps to give you longevity.
That's so good, Cadrick.
Because if you don't have partnership, you're going to burn yourself out.
That's good, Cadrick.
You're going to quit before you can get started, because you're doing everything you know how to do or everything you see need to be done. No, don't try to do everything. Partner with people who know how to do it better than you, and you will find that there are people who are willing to come alongside you and do it at low or no cost,
Mhm.
because they see your vision. They see what you're trying to do. And so stop trying to do everything by yourself. Partner with people who can help sustain you.
And they say, partnerships can only be formed when individuals, I'm going to say it, y'all, are secure within themselves.
Correct.
That's so good.
Correct.
I think we are afraid of partnership, Cherie, because we want to outshine folk nowadays. And
Come
we don't
on.
want folk to outshine. That's the mentality.
Come on.
And I don't, watch this, I don't want to show you what I got and what I know, because if you get it,
Man.
so partnership, y'all, that's why we don't, listen, why do people fall out? People can't even be roommates. I was talking to my cousin, she was talking about my rent, she in her 20s, my rent, I can't do no roommate. I fall out with, partnerships are difficult, man.
They are.
Man. And
And I'm not saying that's the only reason, but that's the majority reason, because insecure folk don't want to share the wealth.
Man, I was talking a couple of weeks ago, because I'm working on a business concept, and I was talking to somebody, and they were sharing
Yeah.
what they were doing, and I said, hey, well, look at this. Let me show you what I've been working on with somebody else. And I showed them what they were able to do, and I say, you can bring this part alongside of it. And their statement to me was, well, if I do it, I want equity in it. I said, that's probably cool. He said, because my next step would be to buy them out. And I said, what?
Come on, Cadrick.
I'm like, what? I said, why can't we just come together? You do what you're good at. They do what they're good at. I bring my expertise, and we all eat.
We all gonna
Because
eat.
there's enough out here for everybody to eat.
We all
Why are
gonna
you trying
eat,
to
man.
just gobble up people?
Wow.
My thing is, when you partner with me, we all gonna eat. It don't matter what percentage that I'm bringing, we all gonna eat. Partnership
So
has,
that may be why some people don't want to partner with some people, because you don't know what mindset. But I guess you need to trust people, and which is going to go to your next point.
right. You have to have partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's close on this next point, and we'll come back, man, and
Okay.
push. All right, let's because I know
And
Cherie.
then
That's
the
get out
last
of
thing
here.
she needed was relationship. She had to go to her husband,
Okay.
the king, and say, hey, let me explain to you can I have your ear? She needed a relationship to preserve her people. And many times we have to be confident in the relationships that we have, and we have to build those relationships. She had spent a year preparing herself for this relationship. She got in the relationship and she found out that this relationship was beneficial for her. And we need to understand that there is nothing that we want to accomplish in life that we can do without relationships.
Nothing.
Say it, man.
We cannot do anything that we want to accomplish in life if we don't have relationships.
Correct.
Relationships are what supports us. And we have to, as Cherie alluded to earlier, we have to trust the relationships that are around us to support us. If I don't trust you to some extent, why am I connected to you? And I
Right.
realized that had been a downfall for myself, that I would be connected to people, but I didn't trust them.
Wow.
And it showed in how I interacted with them. And that's why I stayed stuck in certain positions in certain areas for extended periods of time, because I didn't trust the relationship that God brought into my life.
Yeah.
Even Jesus had to trust the people around him, even Judas, because he called Judas friend, because Judas helped him get to his purpose and his destiny. We got to learn to trust that the people that God sent into our lives to support us, that they're going to be there to do what God called them to do. And we have to stop being, as Nate said, so insecure in our own selves that we don't trust the relationships that are around us.
Yeah, that's so good, KJ. What you thinking about, Cherie?
No, that's real. You gotta, the trust has to be there. And I think for some of us who have been burned by people we trusted, sometimes it's a little slower, to do it again, to partner and share all your ideas with people, and then they go and do otherwise or steal from you and all that. So sometimes, and I know you gotta, because we can't do stuff alone. We weren't designed. But I think that may be a part of the reason why some people move kind of slow when it comes to the partnership thing. The relationship has to be solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Let's type in any questions that they may have, y'all.
He made this statement. He said that many people, because of their trauma, have made an idol out of trust.
Wow.
Because God is telling us to connect with certain people.
Mhm.
And because we've made an idol out of trust, because we've been so let down before,
Or
we can't connect with people that even God is telling us to connect with, simply because of our idolatry with trust.
I think that's a great point, y'all, because here's the reality, and I'm going to say it because I think it's important to say it. Some of us need to heal because we cannot live life not healed, because no one will be able to help us.
nobody. And you don't connect with nobody if you're not, because
Everybody's suspect, Cherie. Everybody's suspect, Cherie. Yeah. Everybody out to get me. And I want to say to us, there's a season, and I'm going to say this to my leaders soon, man, just hush and heal.
Yes.
I mean, I look at my life, y'all can testify, man, I've been in ministry 27 years, man. I've been through storms and rain, but there were seasons I had to hush and heal.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, and I think that's a problem now. We too busy talking and going and moving, and hush and heal.
Yeah.
And I see it. People who I know just need to hush and heal.
Yeah.
Deal with your trouble, because we'll blame other people. Jamal Bryant did a book entitled World War Me.
Yeah.
The war ain't with other people, it's you. And I had to say that to myself. I can't lead nobody else, and I'm broken. I had to heal.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking to Pastor Nate. I ain't talking to nobody. I'm talking to what I had to do. I had to heal, y'all. Kedrick, we talked about this. Trust issues, man. You've been transparent about you ain't trust people, man.
Yeah.
But we had to heal, Kedrick.
Yeah.
We had to log off and heal. Stay in the comments. Don't say nothing. Listen and heal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I think we do a lot of talking, man. A lot of I'm good. No, you're not. Heal.
Yeah.
So somebody can help you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
just my take on it.
And my thing, I don't think for me, it's and I find myself slipping into it sometimes. It's not that I don't trust them. It's almost like I don't trust me to make the right decision again.
That's a good side,
You know what I'm
Sheree.
saying? Like you look like I can trust you to handle this, but I don't know. The last person I didn't make. They look like that too, you know. So sometimes it's like you don't trust yourself.
That's so good,
You weren't
Sheree.
a good judge, and I don't know if I wasn't a good judge of character or if they just flipped on me. I don't know. I don't even know how to categorize it, but
And I think that that's part of our development, right?
trial and error.
Is that we go through the process,
That's good, man.
you know, and we learn through the process,
Yeah.
right? And so, you know, I've gone through so much over these last 3 years through betrayal, job loss,
Talk, KJ.
people walking away.
Talk,
And
KJ.
God told me about a month ago, you know, when I'm really doing this, and I even told Nate, you know, when I lost the second job, I had to sit back and pull back. And I say, okay, God, what's this all about? Is it me? And God finally told me. He said, none of this has been you. He said, what I've been training you
Oh, that's good,
for,
man.
Kedrick, he says that where I'm getting ready to take you, you have to understand that you're going to have people talk about you. You're going to have people betray you. He says, and I've been teaching you over these last 2.5 years that regardless of what you go through, learn how to keep your mouth shut.
Hush.
Learn how to keep your mouth shut. Because he said, like when you lost the first job, I told you, don't you say nothing. When you lost the second job, I told you, don't say nothing. Even though you were wrong, don't say one word. When people, you know, betrayed you, I told you, keep your mouth shut. And I had to learn to keep my mouth shut in the midst of all of that, even if I had to cry and call out to God in order to get through it. Just keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything, because I'm taking you somewhere to where you're going to have to learn how to be disciplined, because you have seen, and this is what he told me, you have seen people who get promoted and one gaffe, one word spoken wrongly brings them tumbling down.
That's so good, Kedrick.
So you have to prioritize what God is telling you to do. Keep your mouth shut and heal so that your wounds won't affect your destiny.
That's
That's
good.
good. Listen, y'all, we got to go. Tomorrow, KJ, if you can come back. Hey, Richard Miller, pass the comments. If you could come in tomorrow, let us know, because I'll be on the road tomorrow. Sheree will be here grinding. I'll be back Friday. But this is good, Sheree. This is
And needed.
oh goodness. Sheree, and I love that point you made. Do I trust me?
Yeah.
Do
That's
I
real.
Do I trust? It's not them, it's me.
It's me.
That's so good.
Because I picked the last folks that burned me.
Mm.
So I don't know. I might do it again.
What
So-
do they say, y'all, Sheree? Sometimes we have to, Kedrick, forgive ourselves for what we didn't know.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself
Good, Nate.
for what you didn't know. Because sometimes
That's so good.
people just got
That's
that
so good.
fire that words are powerful. I'll never, we've heard it as preachers. I got your back.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, I got you. You know, they done upped it now. I got your 6, your back. You know,
Show me.
but
Just show me.
and you know what's the scary part? And Rich is good for tomorrow, Cherie. What's scary is this. There's a book I took every staff. I think, Cherie, I'm gonna pass this to you for your staff. It's The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick Lencioni. Patrick Lencioni, it's good for the marketplace. I took every staff I've served through this book. It was a book study, Patrick. And one of the dysfunctions of a team is the absence of trust.
Yeah.
And when I do not trust, I will remain in environments, hear things that I don't like, hear things that I know is not in alignment with vision, but I won't say anything because I don't trust the people around the table.
Wow.
And thus, when we don't trust, that book changed. I mean, I'm telling y'all, from Cleveland to Atlanta, every staff, if you're in the marketplace, get this book, Patrick Lencioni. And one of the things I had to ask the team, if we don't trust each other, that means we have a lot of people carrying a lot of stuff that they haven't even expressed because I don't trust you.
And that affects how you move with each other.
It affects the team. It affects the organization.
Wow.
And that's a whole nother story. That book changed. I listen, I know the book cover to cover. It is a powerful book. Y'all, trust is important. So if it's you or if it's them, you got to deal with that trust issue.
Yeah.
Because I know 50 of y'all out of the 200 plus in here now, you got paranoia issues like me and Cherie. God, listen. Paranoia, because when you've been hurt, when you get close to people. Here was my thing, Cherie, and I know you got to go. Pastor Eric, she coming, Pastor Eric. Here it is, Cherie. My thought was, y'all remember I took y'all through the diamond, right? The pyramid, the diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was abandonment, man, when my daddy abandoned me.
Wow.
So here's my thought. If my daddy will reject and abandon me,
why wouldn't y'all do it?
I had to deal with my issues, man.
Wow.
I had to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Pastor Nate, who travels the country, who helping people. Pastor Nate, yeah, I had to sit on somebody's
right now. Wow.
I had to sit on somebody's couch with that candle burning
Yes, sir.
and that soft music playing in the back with tissue and tear-stained eyes and deal with me.
That's
So
where
why am I transparent? Because I've dealt with me. And so it don't matter what y'all think of me because I'm cool with me. So I don't have to impress. You don't have to impress when you're cool with you. So if my daddy got me, Cherie gonna definitely get me. She ain't blood. She ain't she ain't connected to me like that. Deal with me. And so you know what we do, y'all? Oh, I wish I had time, Cherie. We self-sabotage relationships.
So you won't get it.
Here's the thought, KJ. I'll get you before you get me. So we cut people off. It's a protection mechanism. So when people do that to me, I understand it because I've been on the couch. So I would rather it don't hurt as bad if I cut Cherie off versus giving Cherie time to cut me off.
Cut me off. Yeah.
Y'all deal with yourself. And I promise, go find you a therapist, go find you a couch to sit on, or tell us whatever, Zoom it. Spend that money, put the money into a therapist, study them, assess them, look at their credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to get help. Cherie just helped my life with that point she made.
Yeah.
It could be you.
Yeah.
Y'all come back tomorrow. Pastor KJ, Richard Miller, the elder will be here. I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina tomorrow. through Saturday. And so I'll be back on Friday from my hotel. I love y'all so much. Cherie, any final words, sis? This was good, man.
No, this is great. If we take the opportunity to prioritize the things that were mentioned today, we'll be on the right track. We'll be on the
Absolutely.
right track.
KJ, you always do this when you come in here.
Bless God, man.
And I guess I'm getting like you. Carter said, Daddy, you got some lint on your chin. I said, no, son. I don't know lint.
It's great.
Wiser. All right. I love y'all. We love you, Cherie, and I thank God for you. Thank you for coming into this space. Thank you for letting us be authentically who we are. Thank you for your support of the platform. Again, Cherie will put up the hashtag. Every seed you sow will go toward Debt-Free Conference, ATL. Here we come. We're coming, and we're believing God to do great and mighty things. Great exploits awaits us in the ATL. So every seed you sow, just put in there, every seed you sow, put in the comments, meet up, Debt-Free Conference, whatever you want to name it, so we can earmark it toward that. It could be earmarked toward that. All right. Father, I love you. Thank you for Prophet KJ. Thank you for Pastor Cherie. Thank you for the audience, the guests within the faith room. I pray now, Father, that as we begin this Wednesday, that you will cover us, that you will protect us, that you will watch over us. Father, now I pray that no weapon formed against us will prosper. I pray, God, that even through our problems and even through the things of life that will hinder us from walking in our priorities, I thank you that we're going to not allow those things to slow us down. Bless this Wednesday in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I'll take care.
Bye.
Tomorrow, peace.